Hello, hi, welcome to Spooky Tuesday. I'm your host, Robot Spacer, starting exactly on time, as usual. Your highly punctual host, Robot Spacer. Mr. Nuclear Monster, great to see you. Thank you for the compliments. I had a lot of fun drawing my stream art. I really need to find more excuses to draw color pixel art. It's been a little bit since I had a chance to do that. Valis, good to see you as well. Thank you for sharing our new emotes, our tiny little French mouse, directly from Maupiti Island. So a couple things to share about the game. First, most importantly, is I'm now confident we can complete the game successfully. So I heard back from, I mentioned last week that I had messaged someone who posted about the game quite a while back online. Thank you, Val. And turned out to be the creative director of Silent Hill Ascension, and I didn't even realize that until after they got back with me. But they had posted about it on their blog years ago and linked to a patch to the game, and that was no longer available. Like, even the blog post was only on the Internet Archive at this point. And they got back to me and said, oh yeah, it's on a hard drive somewhere, but I'll have to dig it up. Then a bit more time passed, and just a couple days ago, they finally got back with me and sent a link to the patch. And it was exactly the same file as the version I had patched manually. Which was great, reassuring that like identical fix, like just like a couple of bits that I changed with a hex editor, and the patch version he sent was exactly the same result. So identical changes to the exe. And he has played the game many times, so I'm confident that that version has the correct fix, and like it's playable, and nothing weird is going to happen as a result of those tiny changes. So I feel great now. I don't have any concerns about that anymore. Efton, good to see you. And then I also made some little changes to the game. Should look a little bit better now. It wasn't super obvious, but previously the aspect ratio correction that was being applied in DOSBox was making like certain rows of pixels look kind of chunky and weird. I basically have the game displaying bigger right now, which is kind of nice for me. Makes things easier to see. It's kind of a little too big, but it's better than having it really tiny like it was before. So the aspect ratio correction is basically more subtle. It's kind of hard to describe, but it should look a little better than it did before. And that's, I think, pretty much all I wanted to say. Where did we leave off in the game? I think we were making good progress. Let's see, I have notes up until February 1st around noon. Wait, or is this midnight actually? No, this is noon. Okay. And I did start another sheet, but I don't have anything filled. Oh wait, no, I have one thing filled out at 2. Okay. But we had made a lot of progress in figuring out what everyone was up to around the time of Juste's death, I think? Yeah. Because the body was found at 7... Is this a.m.? Yeah, 7 a.m. And then some people heard sounds on the dock. Does that say Bob? I think that says Bob. Heard someone on the pier at 2 a.m. We also had Maggie noticed Sue had a visitor around that same time, which is kind of interesting. Oh, we also had Anita told us that she was going for a walk near Juste's around 1 to 2 a.m. And she told us that Juste cleared out, which I guess I took to mean that he like booked it as soon as he saw her, like he didn't want to be seen or something. I don't know. So yeah, we got a lot of information about that time period, but nothing that really helps all that much. Honestly, like I feel like this is great information to have on our next playthrough. Oh, that reminds me, I copied down a really good quote. Shit. Let me see if I can find this. It was actually from that blog post I mentioned from Agustín Cordes. Okay. So it was not really a review of the game, just kind of sharing his thoughts on the game because he felt like he had played it so much he couldn't really do a proper review. But he said, I enjoyed this part in particular because like I already knew I was getting myself into a very difficult game here. But he said, I'm not joking here. This is easily one of the most difficult adventure games ever. Indeed, I should make this very clear from the go. This game is only apt for masochistic gamers. It's one of those few titles in which you will have to die and lose many, many times before you beat it. Now, before you begin to scream in disgust and ask why in the hell I am even bothering to write about a game like this, be patient and read on. I promise there are good reasons and logic behind its gameplay. Finally, I will drop the bomb and go as far as saying that this remains the best detective adventure ever made, and still one to be measured against. Even memorable classics such as Cruise for a Corpse were predated and clearly influenced by the novel ideas in Maupiti Island, such as the complex interrogation system, and never came close to reproducing them. I just thought that was great and also got me even more excited to continue playing this game. 6-7, good to see you. Culinary, great to see you as well. I missed a lot of chat, so let me catch up here. Also, let me give a shout out to Mr. Nuclear Monster. We've made someone doubt our mental faculties and got the cops called on us. Yeah, you're right. We had maybe 3 total deaths with the same kind of weird message at the end. We kept getting caught by Maggie, or was it Roy? If anyone remembers for sure who the other person was mentioned in that death message we kept getting, I would love to know for sure. I want to say it was Roy, but I'm not positive. And it was kind of a weird message. My interpretation of it was that we got caught doing something we weren't supposed to, and basically had the cops called us. So it was like a citizen's arrest situation, and we ultimately got a game over. I don't fully understand what I was screwing up there. It seemed like running into certain people in certain places was causing it. Hello, Goosier. Welcome. But thank you for reminding me of that. Efton, thank you for the Bonzi Buddy. Enjoy the retro vibes. We're all here to have a good and chill time. Exactly. We need a complete restart counter. Yeah, that might be useful. I think we're on 2 so far. I will keep track of that on paper, of course. Complete restarts 2. Give Culinary a shout out, of course. I hope you've continued to enjoy RoboCop. I missed your last stream. But I remain very curious about that. I should probably just pick it up. And like, I have hesitated to go ahead and buy it because like I feel like I don't have time for a big game right now. Especially like it feels like there's a lot to do in that game. But I should just pick it up and play a little bit of it. It doesn't matter if I don't play all of it. Is that a Lemmings voice? The hello? It is taken from World Builder. Most of the sounds I have are from World Builder, though we have added a couple, like the oofta is from Max Ski. Sanafovich, yes. Let's see what else we have. Egret was taken from Swamp Witch. Monkey is a Mac System software alert sound. But I think all the others... Oh, Wild Eep is also a Mac alert sound. But all the others are from World Builder. I don't 100% know for sure if Silicon Beach Software created all those sounds, but I believe they did. And like there's certain ones that you can hear in some of their other games as well, like the rat and bat sounds. I guess we don't have the bats, but we do have the rats, and you can hear those in Dark Castle. So yeah, I think they created them, but I'm not 100% sure. Trev to the rescue.
Let's do it.
That's from Trev to the rescue. Let's get into the game. So this is... I started back here again just because it's one of the few screens that has some nice music on it. But let's load up our game. Oh yeah, I also fussed with the mouse sensitivity a little bit. Feels a little bit smoother now. So my notes say save file 2. Hopefully I wrote that down correctly. Oh fuck. Oh my god. I just did that. Oh, I just saved over slot 2 with nothing. Should we just start over? We could just start over. I completely spaced out. Completely spaced out. We could pick another slot, or we could just start over. First try. Maybe just start over. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I really wanted to get a little bit further, like ideally as far as possible before we did that, but you know, I goofed. I'm gonna have to reboot the game just to load a save, just because that's how the game is designed. So we'll just start over. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. Maybe we should question your mental faculties and call the cops. Maybe. Maybe. Baltimore, good to see you. Also, I just remembered when you popped in, I have some wonderful news to share. I think it was you and Efton that have asked about this the most. I did finally find the photos of the Vanilla Ice haircut. I have them in my possession. They are in this building as I speak. I feel like I need to wait for the right moment to share them. So I was thinking maybe on my anniversary stream in January or something. So yeah, I have them and I will share them soon. They're very good. Okay. So here we are. Now, I've wasted a lot of time. Let's see, it's currently almost 1. So we've wasted like 3 hours just hanging out on this screen, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just not going to worry about it. But we'll go ahead and open some things up and... Oh yeah, I was checking out the French version of the game, and I thought it was funny because occasionally it shows 2 question marks in the English version. In the French version, it has 3. So I guess that was just a localization change they felt was important. English speakers won't understand 3 question marks, but 2. But now that makes sense. I think we can all agree. I don't think there was anything too important. We have some pills, a newspaper, and that's all. $35. We definitely want to grab that. We haven't found a use for money yet, but it's good to have. Oh, I goofed up there. The letter we want to read. I just want to refresh my memory on what this said. Hinton, Adventure Josh, great to see you both. Vanilla Mike, yep, that's me. I think we figured that it was, I think the photo was dated 1991. So, let's see, I think that would have been like, 14. So I was 14 when I had a Vanilla Ice haircut. And I think I determined that was like the year after the debut Vanilla Ice album came out. Can't handle the amount of confusion that 3 question marks creates. Exactly. Adventure Josh said, randomly today I learned some things about how games got developed for micros, Spectrum, Commodore 64, MSX, Amiga, ST, etc. There was a custom developed cross-development hardware solution called PDS, which was in use in the larger dev shops that sort of treated those computers the way we now treat embedded. It seems like your message maybe got cut off there. Embedded development systems or something. Interesting. Pixel Turkey, hello. I almost missed you. Did I miss any other messages? Congratulations to Pixel Turkey, who just last night beat Father World. I'm so glad I was there to witness it. I was lurking.
Hello.
And I wasn't looking at the screen, but I heard her like expression of shock as she struck the killing blow on Zinus, and I was like, oh shit, she did it. And it was so exciting. I'm so glad I was there to see the conclusion of that game. That is a Korean DOS game that game dev Jeff recently translated to English for the first time. And there's no record online of anyone having beaten it. And that final fight is just wildly difficult. I would love to know how long Pixel Turkey spent just practicing that fight. It was really fun to watch over the past multiple weeks, just her progress and improvements over time. I definitely do not have the patience for, like, I can handle like difficult games of this style, but like difficult, like more arcadey or fighting type games, I just get frustrated too quickly. Verdantry, good to see you. Nowadays, okay. Embedded, Adventure Josh continued. Embedded development, i.e. control card cable talking to agent hardware. Oh, okay. Nowadays, usually done over network or USB. Very, very interesting. We are going to miss Zinus, though. Apparently, there's multiple endings, and, like, it randomly picks an ending, if I understood correctly, when you beat it. It sounds like Pixel Turkey might try to get some more endings, so perhaps not the last we've seen of Zinus. Do you know how many endings there are? How do we get the good ending? I mean, I think they're all good endings, I'm sure. Oh, Pixel doesn't know, but Game Dev Jeff does. Fascinating. Okay. All right. This was a letter from our buddy Max in Madagascar. Okay. And there's our little souris cursor. Petit souris. Okay, I don't think there's anything we really need here, so let's head out. Oops. That's not what I meant. Continue. And so we'll just go out to the pier. Oh. Baltimore upsetting the auto mod. Started Gabe Night on stream Saturday. He's a piece of shit. I'm excited to check out more of the 20th anniversary edition. I've only seen a tiny bit of that version. One of the many projects I have backed on Kickstarter and then never got around to playing myself. Okay, so there's a couple of... Well, I don't know if we need to go in these places. I've been trying to make notes of like the more interesting items we've come across. And I also have a complete list of all locations we've found and all the items there. Oh, the skull medallion on the North Beach. That was really interesting to me. Shoot. There was also a stone we found. Yeah, in Marie's room. I need to make a note of those on this list here. Oh, I have stone in Marie's room, but I don't have the medallion on North Beach. And another thing I just thought of is that maybe I should make use of my highlighters and highlight things on here that seem important to keep an eye out for. I think that's a good idea. So, for example, Bob heard someone on the pier from 2 to 3. So I'm going to highlight that. We have Juste body was found on the pier at 7. Sue had a visitor also from 2 to 3. And then Juste was seen alive from 1 to 2. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of interesting. We have a pretty good idea that Juste died right around 2. Like my best guess, even before we heard about Juste being seen at 1, was that the noises on the pier were his body being dumped in the water. So ideally, we should find Juste around midnight and maybe follow him. I feel like that's a good idea to use the follow mechanic at that point. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat here. Bolt said, saw so many people streaming the OG, but never the remaster, so I thought, why not? The game itself has been good so far, though. Yeah, like, I feel like the original is just so good. Like, the voice cast is amazing. Tim Curry, Mark Hamill, Michael Dorn, bunch of other folks. I can't remember the actress that is the narrator, but she's fantastic. But like the audio quality of those recordings, like all they had to potentially work with is like the audio that's in the game, and there's like really bad clipping and spots, and it's just not great quality. So they, decided that they kind of had no choice but to re-record everything for the remaster. And of course, it wasn't feasible to get the original cast, just too many big names. It would have been way over their budget. But like I think the people they got do a great job. So it's not that it's bad voice acting. It's just it's hard to compare to all these very well known names. So I feel like that's a big reason a lot of people tend to go for the original. And then also just the art is so nice. Obviously it makes sense to have redone the art for a remaster. Because, you're trying to appeal to a new audience that, isn't necessarily into pixel art. Like, to me, that's hard to understand. But, obviously there are people that, see pixel art and just think it looks so dated. But yeah, like, I'm sure, like, it's still the same story and puzzles and stuff for the most part. So I'm sure it's still a great game. Xenolon, good to see you. Things are going pretty good. Aside from the part where I accidentally saved over my last save with absolutely nothing, but that's okay. We already knew we were going to start over lots of times anyway. Thank you for the flush, Afton. Exactly. Just finished watching True Detective, where he has his big ledger for case notes, and then I switched over to this, another detective with a huge ledger of notes. Nice. True Detective, I watched the first season of that, but I don't think ever got past the first season. Anyways, right. I was trying to remind myself of what items we want to pick up. Let's take another look at this list here. I think I'm going to highlight things on here as well. So the medallion, important. Seashell hook, fishing line, seashell coral, scent razor, knife, chloroform, cards, pamphlet, Bible, fetish, doubloons, mask, catalog, truncheon, hydrogen peroxide, razor, fishing line, sextant, compass, watch, scent, diamond. Diamond is kind of interesting. Not sure what to make of that. That was in the bedroom of... Let's see, is this the fishing boat? Yeah, this is the fishing boat. So someone, maybe the captain? No, not the captain. Has a diamond on the fishing boat. That does seem pretty interesting, but hard to say if it's necessarily relevant. Captain has the bamboo's log, binoculars, sextant, compass, opium pipe, revolver, lamp, writing paper, lucky strikes. Chris's bedroom. So we can narrow down whose bedroom that was. It's not Bruce and it's not Chris. So it's got to be Roy. Let's see. We have in our room, pills, newspaper, $35, letter. That $35 is something worth highlighting. I'm sure we'll need money at some point. All right. And we also found $3 in a plant in the garden. Let's see. Cabin on our boat. We haven't identified whose cabin is whose on our boat. We have Anton's. Oh, so that's got to be Bob's then. We're learning. Bob had a revolver, a mask, the Brisbane's log, a sextant, a compass. Let's see. Marie had the stone that was very interesting. It looked like it might be related to the medallion we found on North Beach. Like it had a skull on it was the main thing, which the medallion also had. And the medallion was described as having an opening on the edge, I think is what it said, which I think meant the bottom. And I don't know if this is correct, but I kind of got the idea that maybe the stone could be inserted into the bottom of the medallion. But there was not really any way I could see to like investigate that. Like, there's no way to see the bottom of the medallion. I couldn't figure out any way to like tell the game to try to use them together. As far as I can tell, the only way we can use an item in the game is to have it in hand and then try an action that would use that item. For example, if I hold a key and then try to open a locked door, the game will just automatically use the key on that door. Let's see. Also in Marie's room, we have matches, lighter, lucky strikes, mask, mirror, writing paper, lamp, hydrogen peroxide. Oh, this must be Maggie's bedroom? I think so. Just by process of elimination. She had a catalog, glasses, writing paper, first aid kit, lamp, Bible, sleeping pills, clasp. Oh, right. There was a broken window in Marie's room. Oh, right. And the glass was actually a piece of broken glass from that window, which might be interesting. I didn't bother to take it because our inventory is so limited. That was in, I don't know if I said this already, that was in like a fish tank along with the stone that was near the broken window. Let's see. Maggie had lamp, Bible, sleeping pills, clasp. Is the clasp anything interesting? I can't remember what that was exactly. Oh, I don't have anything written down for Sue's bedroom? Okay. We should probably investigate that. We found the key to Juste's in Anita's bedroom. So that's definitely something we want to pick up. Along with a newspaper, $5, a fetish, revolver, a necklace, and chloroform. In the kitchen bar, there was a tranquilizer, mirror, aspirin, ashtray, lamp, lucky strikes, knife, lighter, first aid kit. In Chris's bedroom, we have pills, a photo. Oh, yeah, the photo and the letter that went with it were interesting. Let's see, I wrote down the letter. Yeah, something about like a mission order in an Agent 0012 in Medina. Cicerone procedure, Lady in Black. I just wrote down phrases that seemed notable. Manalik orders merch as Mara. Like the message itself was written in a way that was kind of broken up and unclear. So it just seemed like the notable phrases were worth writing down in case they came up again. Explosives in the fishing boat hold. I think we couldn't do anything with those, though. But I think that's all the notable items. Okay. How much chat did I miss? 67 said, imagine if you follow him and as a result he doesn't get murdered. That would be interesting and extremely surprising. I guess I would assume that our actions are not going to make any major changes in the story, but I don't know that. In the first season, they call him the taxman because he uses a ledger instead of a tiny notebook, says Xenolan about True Detective. Season 2 is just okay. Season 3 is back on form. Oh, okay. Interesting. Noted. Okay. So let's get out of here. Let's go around and collect the items we're aware of that seem worth having. Also, we gotta find the fucking the place to eat. What the hell did they call it? Let's see. I think if we eat somewhere else, it'll say the meals are served in the dining hall. Where the hell is the dining hall? What if this is a weirdly translated message and it's not It's not actually a good hint as to how we eat in the game. The thought didn't even occur to me until just now, but I do think it's possible. Let's go to Maggie's. There's a couple things there we need. McDonald's. Yeah, we got to find McDonald's. We have a locked door here that we haven't figured out. Do I have a note about that? Key in Annie's room to Juice's house. Yeah, I should make a note about the locked door. At Maggie's. Top left. I'm sorry. 3 question marks, Efton? I don't understand. What do you... I'm very confused by this message. Choose on screen. It's locked. Some people might be home. We should get our book here on the correct time. So it is currently the 31st. Oh, Bob is here. It's 10 to 3. So we're in the 2 to 3 time period, and Bob is here at Maggie's. Oh, off to a great start at writing poorly. Okay, and we knew he was going to be at the saloon. There's a bunch of people at the saloon around 4. Oh, so let's see. I think this is Anita. Let's consult my drawings. Oh, Sue. Excuse me. Sue. Anita. There's Anita. Right. So we didn't see Anita for the first time until last week. Okay, so Sue's room, we need to come back here when she's not here because I don't have written down what we found here. Oh, I do. I wrote it because I didn't have space. I put it up in the corner. I'm just going to add a little note that says C corner. I'm also going to underline this to make it stand out better. So we found a catalog, a mirror, and a watch. Probably not anything important. Do we want to ask Sue anything? What are you doing? What are you doing in your own room? What have you noticed last night?
A voice was calling me while I slept.
What? Really? Night before. Voice calling me while I slept. What have you noticed? 10 to 11.
Nothing special.
I feel like early in the game, you have such a short list of time periods to ask about. It's easy to just...
Maggie's eyes were red from crying.
Okay. That was 11 to noon, I think. Yeah. I guess about Marie? Oh, I have that written down already. Okay.
I didn't notice anything, Mr. Lang. I'm working.
Oh. I frequently click the wrong thing. What have you noticed? 1 to 2.
Bruce seemed nervous.
Bruce seemed nervous. Okay, have that written down as well. Bruce. Okay, no, it was Bob that seemed to have a particular interest in Marie. So what was Bruce nervous about? Oh, I also have a note that he was nervous around 8 a.m. on the 1st, which is shortly after Juste's body was found. Maybe he's just a nervous guy. I mean, this first time he was nervous would have been, I guess, soon after Marie disappeared? I'm trying to remember exactly when we're told about that. All right. Let's try another room. Bob's still outside. Okay, so this is Marie's room. And we're going to grab that stone from here. So we have coral, glass. Let's touch the glass. Does this... We accidentally cut ourselves. You hurt your hand. You can. Oh, Roy's in here. Interesting. Continue. Here's the stone. And I love the little pixel skull. It's very subtle. And there's not any way to like get any description of it or anything. We can just look at it. Stone is rough, but we're going to take that for sure. And we also have a seashell, and that's it. Let's talk to Roy and see what he has to say. Ambrosine.
Yes.
Ambrosine, thank you so much for 5 entire months of support. Appreciate all your support greatly, and I hope you're doing well. It's actually more generous than Space Quest 3 when you pick up something sharp. Oh, I don't remember that, but I can imagine. Okay, let's ask Roy what he's doing. I am curious what he is doing in Marie's room. If he'll tell us.
I'm looking for Anita.
In Marie's room. Okay. We should write down that he is in here. Shoot, what time period is this? Please remind me when we leave this conversation to check the time and write down that Roy was here. Let's ask him what he's noticed the night before.
I didn't pay attention. I was thinking of something else.
Okay. I can relate.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
$11 to noon.
Chris got up late. I had to start work without him.
Noon to 1. Okay, so there's 2 to 3 in here.
Bruce seemed nervous.
So I think that means we're in the 3 to 4 time period. Okay, so we got another Bruce seemed nervous. Sue and Roy. An interesting thing, like I keep writing down who tells me information, but I almost feel like that's not important in this game. Just because we frequently get information, the same information from multiple people. I guess, you know, the main reason to make a note of who told us something is, you know, maybe they're lying. And if it turns out we can't trust a particular person, we want to know what information they gave us. I don't know if that's really a concern in this game or not, but
the atmosphere was tense during lunch.
okay, reasonable. And where did y'all eat lunch?
I didn't pay attention. I was thinking of something else.
Okay. Love these transitions. Okay, so it is 3:15. Okay. And Roy is still here. Oh, okay. I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure this is Marie's room, but I don't know if we've confirmed that. But I can see now it says at the bottom, the scene of the, quote, crime. I don't know why crime is in quotes. I guess, I mean, we don't know for sure what happened. She could have left on her own and made it look like a crime. I guess that's the implication. Yeah, Maupiti Island is a real place. However, it seems to have nothing in common with the island in this game apart from the name. It is not even in the same place in the ocean. I've looked at it on a map. It's not the same shape or anything. I'm pretty sure this is like completely fictional. They just decided to use a name of a real place for it. When I started the game, I assumed that it was, you know, at least based a little bit on the real place, but that does not seem to be the case. Yeah, it's an odd choice for sure. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to, when I was testing things, I just happened to notice you can open this window and you get a nice little scene outside. I don't know. Oh, there is maybe some stuff on the windowsill here. Like, it looks like it's just some broken glass, but let's take a look. Yeah, it's broken glass. Okay. That doesn't take. Puzzle, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, not even in the same ocean. I wasn't sure about that, but I was pretty sure that was the case. Okay. So I think we've done everything we want to do here. What was this on the? A clue? Oh, right. It's a match. Which is curious. Match on nightstand in Marie's room. I don't know that it's anything we want to take. I'll take it and look at it, I guess. Okay. Matches. That's it. All right, thank you. Figuring I have to see if the version of this I have to play at some point is beatable as well. I am going to publish details about the patch. I will probably also repost that patch somewhere. I'll figure something out. but I want to make sure that other folks know how to get a completable version of the game. As far as I know, any English version available that doesn't have this patch, which seems to include most versions of the game, won't let you read the majority of things and get the close-ups that are in the game, which is certainly important. You could potentially complete it without being able to do that, but I doubt it would be feasible to do that without like a walkthrough. I'm sure there's important information in those close-ups that are going to be necessary to make sense of the game. But yeah, feel free to ask about it on Discord if you're anxious to get that. Like, I could just send you a link if you're anxious to get it before I have a chance to post about it. Adventure Josh said, I think I've heard of none of the Longcore games. I had only heard of Mortville Manor. Actually, I was going to say I first heard about it from Julia Minamata, but I think I had actually heard about it before she played it. Just someone else in the retro streaming community brought it up, I think. So I was aware of it for a little bit, but I think that's the only other one I'm really aware of. There was also supposed to be a third game in this series, and it sounds like it was pretty far along in development, even to the point where there's like a bunch of, let's see if I can, longcore.net. I won't try to find the exact page right now, but if you go to that site, there is a page somewhere on there with some art and stuff from the third game. I dropped my pen. Yeah, I'm not sure what other stuff. I know I've come across some names of other games while I was just researching this one, but I can't remember anything offhand, and I don't know if they're worth checking out. Looks like many of their games are on Amstrad CPC. I'm not really familiar with that system. I've heard of it. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, Roy left at some point. Oh, right. Another thing I noticed while I was testing my graphics settings was this is like a glass bookcase, right? Like, it's got glass doors on it, but it's locked, which seems kind of interesting. I guess you show me a locked thing where a crime happened and I'm interested. So I'm making a note of that as well. Locked bookcase in Marie's room. Let's get some close-ups. Turn over a new leaf. Words, nothing but words. Okay. It's almost 4 now. 4 is when a bunch of people are in the saloon. Let's save. Honestly, I feel like I've died multiple times going into the saloon when other people are there, so it makes me nervous. But let's save and then go in there. Well, I guess specifically I've died going into the kitchen bar area. God, this game has great art. I love these colors. I love that there's so many different variations of scenes. So there's nobody there. Maggie's in the kitchen bar area. It's currently 4. Let's talk to Maggie. Die going to the bar when other people are there? How relatable.
You need me for something, love.
What you up to? Also, thank you for not arresting me. What are you doing?
I'm having a drink.
Good. Amstrad CPC was sort of awkwardly situated after the C4 and Spectrum, but before the Atari ST and Amiga in terms of timeline and tech level. I think it was only fairly successful in France, though UK magazines certainly would mention it. Okay. So unsurprising that a French studio would develop for it. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go through the whole list with Maggie again.
The bamboo dropped anchor. The hold is damaged.
Okay, we knew that. Ten to 11.
Nothing special.
Okay. 11 noon.
I didn't notice anything, Mr. Lang.
So that's kind of interesting because that's the time period when Sue told us Maggie's eyes were red from crying.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
One to two.
The atmosphere was tense during lunch.
Multiple people have told us that now. Why was lunch in particular tense? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, like, a person has gone missing, like, lunch, everybody's together in one spot, and probably everybody's a little untrusting of everybody else.
Everything was as usual.
If only I had thought to follow someone before lunchtime. Maybe we could have found out where they're eating lunch. Should keep that in mind.
I didn't notice anything, Mr. Lang.
Because we don't know what time dinner time is. Maybe around 5? I don't know. Okay. Not a whole lot of info there. More great colors in this wallpaper here. I don't think there was anything we need to grab in here. Tranquilizer, aspirin, knife, first aid kit. Can't remember if I ever tried to use a first aid kit. I think the only thing I've managed to do to improve my condition is to sleep. That's like the one thing we know how to do. Okay. Let's go. There should be people in the saloon. No? My notes say Bob, Bruce, and Roy are all in the saloon around 4. Let's wait a little bit just to see what happens. Huh. Do we miss them? Silver, good to see you. The investigation is going great. Exactly as planned. We started the game over completely on purpose. I definitely didn't save over my save from last week with nothing. Thank you for asking. It's fine. We knew we were going to start over at some point. It just happened a little earlier than intended. Yeah, I'm puzzled why no one is here. Oh, Bob's here now. Okay. Okay. So let's wait. Oh! Is that the dinner music? I'm saving in slot 3. I'm gonna have to figure out a better system for keeping track of my... Actually, maybe I should just stick to one slot. Like, years of Sierra games and other similar situations have gotten me used to, like, you make use of every slot, you like cycle through them. But the way this game is, maybe it makes more sense to just save in one slot. Like, we're not really going to back up. The game doesn't want us to do that. So I think if we ever miss something, we'll just, we'll make note of it for our next playthrough. You're just really good at the piano. I think the piano is playing itself. I feel like maybe if we go in the kitchen and eat right now. Meals are not served at this hour. Okay. Did I just wait right through mealtime? Is that what happened? But that message makes it seem like I'm in the right place to eat. Let's see what happens if I go back here and try to eat. The meals are served in the dining hall. Okay. So the game seems to be telling me this is in fact the correct place to eat. Now we just need to figure out exactly when mealtime is. Save 68. Picked up piece of lint. Save 69. Nice. Yes, exactly. Dinner music was playing and you just stood there. Yeah, I sure did. And then it ended. Honestly, it ended a little sooner than I thought it would. Oh, well. At least we're still doing great. I think we can easily survive for 24 hours without eating. So as long as we don't miss breakfast. When is breakfast? Lunch is around noon. Dinner's at like right at 5, I think. Yeah, because it's almost 6 now. I'm going to make some notes here. Breakfast, lunch, 12, dinner, 5. Okay. What's a time normal people eat breakfast? Does anyone know this? I'm not fit to judge this. I had breakfast at around 1 p.m. today. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but we all have our schedules, and mine's absurd. Okay, what's next? The most important thing we want to keep track of is in the morning at 1 a.m. So when it hits midnight, we need to be on the ball. But until then, I think we're just kind of exploring. Let's go to North Beach. Oh, it's getting a little dark. That's great. Let's go to North Beach. Actually, let's go to Juste's house. We have the key for this now. Oh, wait, I don't have the key. I forgot to get the key. 7? 7's a normal breakfast time? Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I'm almost only having breakfast when I go to a diner on the weekends, so 9:30. Okay. So let's go back in Sue's room, actually, because I want to search there some more. You're going to say 11? Oh, she's still here. Okay.
You wanted to see me.
Actually, I was really hoping to not see you. Have a nice day. Yeah, I feel like when I'm on a somewhat more normal schedule, like 10 or 11 is when I would consider breakfast time, but I understand this is late for most people. I think this is Anita's room on the right here. Oh, she's here. Okay.
You wanted to see me.
Again, not really. It's 5, right? Let's talk to her a little bit. What have you noticed? Last night.
Everything was as usual.
Okay. Ten to 11 today.
Nothing special.
I was just noticing this is like some picture on the wall, right? And for a second I was like, oh, is that like broken glass or something? But then I remembered there's a picture hanging here. And now I'm just curious, like excuse me. Like anytime we talk to someone, we get this interesting layout that's like this bottom right corner is always this nice island exterior shot, and then this all is the room we're currently in with like an adjusted color palette, and then their portrait is on top of that. So like, and I think this probably is different color palettes throughout the day. I would love to hear more about how they did all this. Like everything always looks really great, which makes me wonder, like, you know, did they have different versions of these screens like put together by an artist, or is this like they're actually combining images in some way, like programmatically? Either way, it's really nicely done. It just like, it seems like, I think this was originally on like 3 floppy disks, which is a decent amount, but not huge. So I would think for all the different color palettes and stuff they have, there's got to be, like, it seems like having completely separate art for all of these conversation scenes would just be too much data. Let's see.
Nothing special.
I think I missed a time period there.
Maggie's eyes were red from crying.
Okay. So both Sue and Anita told us that now. One to 2.
The atmosphere was tense during lunch.
Everyone is saying this. Oh, so that's 1 to 2. So maybe lunch is at 1, actually?
I didn't notice anything, Mr. Lang.
And says, my ID is covering your notes panel. I've never been more mad at my work. I'm sorry to hear that, Hinton. That is pretty rude. If it helps, there's not really a lot of notes. Here, we'll get maximum notes. So now you're missing as much as possible. I'm sure it's fine though.
Nothing special.
I think I'm missing some time periods here, but it's not super important.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Like, ultimately, that's just gonna happen a lot. Okay. It's now 10 to 7. Oh, so we still don't have the key. 6. She's in her room. The key was in Sue's room? No, it's in Anita's room. Yeah. So we need her to leave in order to get that key. She will leave after midnight, but that's when we need to like be following her more or less. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait again. So now it's just before 8. So let's try her room. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like this. What's happening? I think this is bad. The music is nice. Oh wait. I thought, okay. For some reason I thought I couldn't do anything. I don't know why I came to that conclusion. It seemed like something was suddenly happening. Why is there music playing at 8? This isn't dinner music, is it? Shit, it stopped. We ate! We ate! We ate at 8. That's great. Second dinner is at 8, I guess? Very exciting. Yes, Hinton had the same thought. Salt Ranger, good to see you. Okay. We learned how to eat. This is so exciting. Let's try Anita's room again. Okay, she's gone. Great. So we want to take the key down here to Juice's house. It's in the pocket. I think that's all we need here. There's $5. I'm not gonna steal money from other people unless it seems like I need to. Actually, I would say, based on what happened last week, we should steal from people as little as possible. And when we do, we should hide what we've stolen somewhere. It feels like a good idea. Because my best guess as to what led to the game overs we got last week was that, you know, we were seen with a stolen item, or maybe we were just in a place we weren't supposed to be. But like, I think one time it happened just out front of Maggie's, which didn't make a lot of sense. Though I had just picked up an item there. Something of Juste was on the ground. We should check if that's there. I remember wondering about that. It probably is there now, actually. Okay. You're going to attract the evil eye. I don't like the sound of that. Let's see, I don't think I wrote... Oh, yeah. Amulet on ground outside Maggie's. Bob said it is Juste's. Is that there from the beginning is the question. So it's currently... Huh. It's currently 8:30, I think. Possibly 9:30. I don't 100% remember how the clock works. I'm just going to make a note that I found this at 8 p.m. Okay. And let's try Sue's again. I really want to search Sue's. Okay. And make sure we didn't miss anything. There was something in the pot here. What was that? Are you making an assessment? Oh, the ring. I did not write that down. Let's take that and look at it. I don't know that I want to keep it with me. A ring. Let's just put it back for now. I am going to highlight that because just the fact that it's in a pot is weird. Ring in pot in Sue's room. I think we searched everything else pretty well, but I'm going to do it again because I did not make... Oh, we can't even search inside at night? Okay, no, we can. Catalog. A mirror. Okay, so this stuff I wrote down, and that's all. Can't search the teddy bear. It's plush. Nothing suspicious. Statue of Buddha. You're pottering around. Let's see, I think this is something we could open. Oh, no? Guess not. Open the window. I'm just thinking about are there verbs we haven't really used well? Can we smell this bird? We have not found anything particularly useful to do with smell. I still don't understand what sound does exactly. Take, turn, put, raise, and push are all verbs we have not used, but those feel like when we find a use for that, we'll probably have an idea that we need to do something like that to interact with an item. Sniff, sniff. Observe is kind of interesting. It's just like looking around for anything going on, basically. Let's do some searching. Oh, okay, so I can search this pot. It's not something we can open, but we can search it, and it has a watch inside. Okay. Let's try touching the watch. Nothing special. Smell it. No. Okay. Search under the bed. Achoo! You'll return to dust. You don't find any clues in particular. Search the bird. Okay. I'm reasonably satisfied. I'm not sure what this is over here. Oh, it's a mirror. Oh, what? It says mirror, mirror on the wall, but like that looks like a... Mac. Hello. Welcome, y'all. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you had a great stream. I was lurking a little bit earlier. How was Boiling Point Road to Hell? It looked like a good amount of jank, was my impression from what I saw, but I hope that is the case. DC Bueller, great to see you as well. Wild, but a lot of fun. Nice. Glad to hear it. If you're new here, I'm Robot Spacer. We're playing a game called Maupiti Island. It's a game by Longcore. It's a sequel to Mortville Manor, if you happen to have heard of that one. It's basically a detective mystery game. We are investigating a woman named Marie who has gone missing. At some point in the game, some bodies start turning up. And that's kind of all we know so far. It's known as an incredibly difficult game. It has some really interesting mechanics. Like literally any line of dialogue that is said to you, you can choose an option to remember it. And then later in the game, you can like present that line of dialogue in order to like contradict someone. Which is fascinating. I still haven't really found an opportunity to make use of that mechanic. There's this long menu of like ways you can debate with someone, including punching them, but most of the other options are like actual debating choices. So it's very complex. I give DC Bueller a shout out as well. Lots of good streamers coming by tonight. Okay. Also, like, this is my 4th week streaming this game. Tonight, I finally figured out how to eat for the first time. On the side here, it says great. And if you don't eat or sleep for too long, your condition begins to deteriorate. And I think at one point I did die from not eating or sleeping. But it took me a long time to figure out where was the correct place to go to eat. Because it's not made super obvious. But we know now, if we're in the saloon or near the saloon and there's music playing, it seems like we can go eat at that time. You're welcome, DC Bueller. Not eating or sleeping hurting you? Preposterous. Okay, so let's see. What were we going to do? We were going to go to North Beach, and let's see. I have a key, so we can break into somebody's house now. Juste's house is locked. We have the key, so we can go inside. I'm not sure how useful this is, but... oh, no, that didn't work. What? Huh. I have a key that I swear is the key to his house. Previously, just holding it and opening the door seemed to work. Oh, maybe if I just try to go in? It's locked. This is troubling. Why isn't this working? Oh, gosh. Breaking and eating. There is a fish on the counter in there. We could do some breaking and eating if we could get in. I am so confused. Searching in the dark. It's locked. I guess I have no choice but to move on? I don't know what to make of this. Oh! I just remembered a similar situation happened last week. And I eventually decided that the game was probably giving a confusing message because Juste was currently in his house. And if he's in there, even if you have the key, it won't let you go in. So I think that's what's happening here. So I'm going to make a note that he seems to be at home. I'll just put a question mark. Also, for folks just coming in, I do have this complex spreadsheet of hours of the day and people in the game where we're keeping track of where everyone is at certain times and interesting things that are going on and stuff. It honestly feels like this is important to do. Like there's definitely a lot to keep track of, and this seemed like the best way to do it. So it is currently, the clock is a little confusing sometimes, but yeah, it's got to be 11. Because if it was almost midnight, then the hour hand would be on the 12 at this point. So it's 11 on the 31st. And we believe Juste is at home. Which I guess does make sense. He's probably asleep right now. Okay, so this is actually a good spot to save and start preparing. I'm going to save in slot 1, and we're just going to keep saving in that slot for now. As long as I remember that. So at 7 a.m. on the next day, Juste's body is found at the pier. At 1 a.m., which is 2 hours from now, Juste is seen here, outside his house. At 2 a.m., Bob, the captain of our ship, hears someone on the pier. So my assumption is that 2 a.m. is when Juste's body is dumped in the ocean. Or at the very least, something related to his murder is happening at that point, I think is likely. We also have, at that same time, someone visits Sue, presumably in her room. So I think what I would like to do is, in the very near future, wait here for Juste to appear, and then we can follow him. There's a specific following a person game mechanic in this, where it takes you to an overhead view of the island and you can see where they're going and stuff.
Hello.
Hello, Thanatos13 official. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. I'll give you a shout out as well. Fellow December participant. That's right. I didn't even say, I was going to say at the beginning of stream that it's not quite December yet, but I'm in December mode. I will be only playing DOS games for the rest of the year at this point. On Tuesdays, we'll be playing this, of course. And this Friday, which is December 1st, I will be starting Conquest of Camelot, which I'm very excited about. A Sierra classic that I have never played. Oh, Hinton. Thank you. welcome to DOSBreak. Excuse me while I restart DOSBox, because this game doesn't let you quit it because they don't want you monkeying around with your save files. But Hinton, would you like to choose a game for DOSBreak? I'll give you the choice again. DOSBreak is a little segment where I take a break from whatever game I'm currently playing to play a DOS game for 20 to 30 minutes or so. Normally I'm not already playing a DOS game, but there's nothing to stop us from taking a break to check out something else. DOSBreak games are games that I don't normally play. We've played some 20th Century Frog. We've played a bunch of Sky Roads, but we also have a few other games I have available. Cosmos Cosmic Adventure, Commander Keen, all of the Commander Keen games, a few Incredible Machine games. Ooh, I get to choose this time. Okay. Honestly, I am tempted to play more Sky Roads, but I think we're going to check out something new. Let's try Cosmo. I feel like that's the one that I'm most keen to try. I'm just updating my game here. Episode 1. And these are all games that aside from DOSBreak, I have never played them before. Oh, I got to redo the capture here. One moment. Okay, so it's 11:05, so we'll do this until 11:30, or if I get bored. Oops. Cosmo1.exe, that sounds promising. Oh. One more time. Okay. Forbidden Planet, Adventure 1 of 3. Mr. Nuclear Monster says, lol, I tried to make a .exe. Is that even a legit TLD now? I don't think it is. .zip is, of course. But I don't think there's a .exe. Okay, so this one I've seen a lot of other people play, but this is my first time playing it. This is shareware. I think I picked this up on GOG a while back. Puzzle is a fan of Cosmo, or at least used to be. Good to hear. It seems like people enjoy it, and it looks like fun. Oh, so we have begin a new game, story, instructions, high scores, game redefine, ordering info, foreign orders, Apogee's BBS, exciting, demo, credits, title screen, quit game. Let's check out the story. That seems important. Story. Tomorrow is Cosmo's birthday, and his parents are taking him to the one place in the Milky Way galaxy that all kids would love to go to, Disney World. Press any key. Suddenly, a blazing comet zooms towards their ship, leaving no time to change course. Oh gosh. Kapow! The comet slams into the ship and forces Cosmo's dad to make an emergency landing on an uncharted planet. Press any key. While Cosmo's dad repairs the ship, Cosmo heads off to explore and have some fun. What's he doing there? Kind of looks like he's playing with a walkie-talkie or something. Returning an hour later, Cosmo cannot find his mom or dad. Instead, he finds strange footprints. Strange large footprints. Oh no! Has his family been taken away by a hungry alien creature to be eaten? Cosmo must rescue his parents before it's too late. I love the enormous, well-armored creature he is imagining. Okay, instructions are also good. Let's check those out. Object of game. On a strange and dangerous planet, Cosmo must find and rescue his parents. Cosmo, having seen big scary alien footprints, believes his parents. I like how they're reinforcing the idea that we don't really know what happened. That's just what he thinks happened. Believes his parents have been captured and taken away to be eaten. Press page down for next. Escape to... Oh no. Uh-oh. I don't have a page down. Okay, spacebar also works. 2 of 5. Cosmo has a very special ability. He can use his suction hands to climb up walls. Warning, some surfaces, such as ice, might be too slippery for Cosmo to cling on firmly. Cosmo can jump onto attacking creatures without being harmed. This is also Cosmo's way of defending himself. Cosmo can also find and use bombs. Just kid stuff. This looks like an Octorok. Use the up and down arrow keys to make Cosmo look up and down, enabling him to see areas that might be off the screen. That's cool. In Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure, it's up to you to discover the use of all the neat and strange objects you'll encounter on your journey. Secret hint globes will help you. Well, the word reveal is not even in there. I don't know where that came from. Let's try this again. Secret hint globes will help you along the way. That was page 5 of 5, but then there's another screen. Usually jumping in the paths of bonus objects will lead you in the right direction. There are many secret bonuses in this game, such as bombing 15 of the eye plants. Registered players will get the full list. When clinging to a wall, tap the jump key to let go and fall. To re-cling to the wall, push yourself into the wall again. Press any key. Oh, okay, I was going to say, they never actually told me what any of the keys are. Okay, so jump up is control, oops. P to pause, escape, or Q to quit, S to toggle sound, and toggle music, F1 to show help. Okay, shit. I need to see that again. Okay. Jump, bomb, and then directions are all straightforward. Okay, we got this. F1 to show help. Okay. Cubert with teeth. Yeah, pretty much. Don't forget to register your shareware. Silver says, I had the shareware copy of this on disc. Nice. Ooh, that's a fun sound. One moment. Okay, who are you? Now entering level 1. Okay. Oh, this is a hint board. These hint globes will help you along your journey. Press the up key to reread them. Okay. Press space to hurry or press any key to exit. Okay. So jump was control. Okay, and we can hold it down to jump higher. That's good. What's this little guy? If you have the look up, it's neat. And jump on the ship. Nice. I don't know that I was really told how to progress. But I'll figure it out. I assume collecting things is good. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, so we can jump on guys? Okay. Good, we're learning. Snowy Pete, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yes, this is a blind Cosmo play. Well, I wouldn't say completely blind. I've seen other people play this on multiple occasions. I have never played it myself. And honestly, like, I have absorbed very little about it. Like, this looks familiar, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to do other than collect things. And I guess probably find the end of the level? What the hell is this? Oh, power-up modules increase Cosmo's health. That's nice. That's a lot of points, too. These little eyes on the ground? Are they just little guys hanging out? Oh, God. It's one of those games that will always be deeply buried in my psyche. Nice. Hopefully that's good, I guess. I don't know what any of this is doing. Like, are these just points? Actually, I don't want to know. We'll figure things out as we go. I'm just kind of voicing my thoughts out loud. My rules for DOS break are a little bit different than normal rules. Like I'm definitely more willing to accept hints, but I still would prefer no hints unless I ask for them. It's fun to just kind of try to figure out what the hell is going on at first. Let's see, so at the bottom I have score, press F1 for help. I have health. I guess I've taken a little bit of damage. I have 0 bombs. Oh, and we have a star counter. So collecting stars in particular seems to be important. I don't know why. Everybody loves stars, I suppose. Oh, fruit's coming out of there. I think that was a fruit? When those guys look at the camera and... Oh, ouch. And open their mouth real big, it's a little upsetting. There we go. Get out of here. Now I'm just thinking about how, like, this is not our planet. We just crash landed here, more or less. We emergency landed here, I think is maybe more accurate. We don't even know what's going on, but we're just running around and killing all these guys in order to find our parents. Normal game stuff. Oh shit. Oh no. Wait. Okay. So... I'm trying to make sense of this health meter. We've got 3 green blocks, and they've all turned black on the inside, which seems bad. But they're still there. Whoa! Dang. It's video games for you. Yeah, it sure is. Maybe we could talk to the creatures. Oh, shit. I remain confused about the health situation. Oh, there's a fruit here on the side, and I completely forgot that we can suction cut to things. I still haven't figured out how that works. Okay. Oh, shit! I thought it was safe there. Okay, so we're back to 3 health bars. My score is gone! That's mean! I worked so hard on those points! Oh, so pressing space makes the text appear faster. That makes sense now. Oh, I lost all my stars, too. Oh. It kind of makes me not want to spend so much time collecting things, but... I guess that's what separates me from the pro gamers. Oh, crap. Game Dev Jeff, good to see you. I have to re-eat all those space grapes. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Like, I think the thing about the little eyes is, like, every time I see them, I think it's an enemy I need to avoid. Which is kind of fun, keeps you on your toes. Oh, okay. I don't know what those do. I wonder if they might restore health? There's gotta be something that restores health. I would think. So I should maybe experiment with that when I take some damage. Oh, I want that star. Wait. I just remembered. Shoot. That didn't give me the message. there was a message about finding 15 of something. Was that telling me to find 15 stars? Oh god, oh god. Okay, I have 15 stars now. Dan the Band, hello! Thank you so much for coming by. Great to see you again. I hope y'all had a great stream. Let me pause the game real quick. We are taking a DOS break. We're taking a break from our normal DOS game to play a different DOS game. Dan the Band is a musician that is doing the music for the Crimson Diamond, the game that Maple Mystery has been working on. And the music for that is fantastic. Y'all should definitely check out Dan the Band as well as the Crimson Diamond. And I'll give Maple Mystery a shout out as well. So we're playing Maupiti Island tonight, but we're taking a DOS break from our DOS game to play a little Cosmos Cosmic Adventure, which is a game that a lot of people know and love, but I, having grown up with a Mac, have never played in my life. I have seen some other people play it, but I mostly have no idea what I'm doing. Great to see you all. Eden Waith, welcome. One DOS game to another, exactly. Where's the pants mod? Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no pants to be found for Cosmo. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Great to have you here. DOS games are gate and all, but how about emulating old Macs? Yes. That is normally what we do around here, at least slightly more often. But we're approaching DOSember, and we're in full DOS mode for the rest of the year at this point. We will certainly get back to Mac games in January, and I'm excited. It's like 4 months away, but I'm excited for Marchintosh next year. I participated this year, but next year I want to try to get as many other people as I can to participate. So if you're a streamer and you've ever thought about checking out some Mac games, maybe think about doing it next March. You don't have to like do it all month or anything, but I will probably harass you about considering it. But for now, it's all DOS games. Let me hit my DOSember button here. So I'm participating in DOSember, which obviously officially starts December 1st on Friday. I'll continue Maupiti Island, and on Fridays I'll be checking out Conquest of Camelot for the first time. But let's get back to Cosmo. Escape to quit? Okay, when they say quit, they mean go back to the game. That always confuses me. A lot of games use quit for like just closing the current screen, but to me quit is like, you know, close the application. Okay, so... Okay, that didn't give me health. I thought maybe these little fruits would give me health, but so far we haven't found any way to definitively restore health. Maybe there isn't a way. In which case I'm scared now. Okay, so there's definitely more than 15 stars. Oh, there's way more than 15 stars. Okay. Still haven't found any bombs. Ooh, 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 ooh. God, this is scary. Oh, is that a bomb? Alright, we got one bomb. I don't really know what we will use bombs for. Oh, I can look down. God, that's great. More games should let you look down. Oh, so that gave me health back. When I first got one of those, it gave me a message about, like, increasing... Like, I thought it would increase my maximum health. Maybe it does that if I... am already at full health? Oh, exit. Do I want to exit, or do I want to keep finding stuff? I guess we'll exit, see what happens. Now entering level 2. Exciting. Okay. Here we are in level 2. Ooh. Okay. So that didn't increase my health. I'm so confused. We'll figure it out eventually. Ouch. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. What? Are those guys invincible? That's terrifying. Oh god. This game is kind of hard. I really love the word balloons. Honestly, underused technique in games. More games should have word balloons. Ooh, there's another one of these. Okay, so I got health back. That's good. Blue ball thing panic. Yep. Pretty much. Oh, what? What? What the hell was that? Was that friend or foe? Oh god, there's another blue ball guy. Let's see, can I get up there more? Here we go. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oh, he's down here now. Got him. Man, how do I get over there? I'm gonna keep trying. Oh, can I maybe do like a double jump situation? Does this help at all? To get a bunch of air and then hit the other one. Oh, I screwed it up. I screwed it up again. It's really hard to line that up. There we go. Nope. Okay. Let's start from here. Take out this guy. And now the question is, can I get further if I jump from down here or up here? That's not it. I bet I can do it on the lower one. Oh! I hit the key. I swear I hit the key. It's probably too late. Alright, I'm giving up. I can't get over there. Oh, from here? There we go. Okay. I don't know how to get up to that dragonfly thing. I don't know if that gets me high enough. Cosmo's great. It's a creepy character design, but it's also very cute. It definitely weirded me out the first time I saw it, but like, the more I look at him, the more I appreciate him. Oh god, shit. Crap. Okay. Okay, we have 5 bombs now. I still don't know what is... Like, are those just for taking out enemies? Oh, I missed the bomb. Again. Oh shit. I'm on my last health. What is that? Oh crap. Wait, I got hit, but it didn't take away any health? Confusing. What is... Why does this platform have jets on it? Oh, that hurt me. I guess I should have expected that. Beta Human, hello, good to see you. Cosmo is really one of the Apogee greats. It certainly seems that way. Oh, what? What is this cube? What? Force field? I'm invincible? Oh, there's health. I need that. What's a dragonfly? Huh, okay. Interesting. This is great. Oh shit. Huh. I'm having some trouble jumping. In high places, look up to find bonus objects. Okay. I'm not legally allowed to tell you what to do with the bombs. I appreciate that, Val. I'm happy to figure it out on my own. And I would prefer to figure it out on my own. Just to be clear. Oh gosh. I think we've gone 25 minutes on DOS break now. We'll go another 5. Oh wait, here's the exit. Okay, I'm gonna explore just a little bit more and then we'll exit and that'll be the end of DOS break. And then I might need a regular break. But then we'll get back to Maupiti Island, which we're getting into an exciting time period here. It's the midnight at the end of the first day, and at 7 a.m. the second day is when bodies start turning up. Alright, I gotta get out of here before I die. Section completed. Press any key. Superstar bonus. Star times 1,000. Your score, 223,500. Outrageous. Bonus stage. Oh, shit. Okay. I assume I'm just collecting as much stuff as I can. What are these little guys? Oh, God. Okay, I don't want to touch those. Oh, I went the wrong way. Shit. I feel like I would say I'm generally extremely bad at bonus stages. I got more bombs. Oh god. What was that? What? A missile? What? Hell yes! Oh shit! I fucking died. Oh god. So, lesson learned, missiles fun, but very dangerous. Was that a diamond? Oh, it was, and I missed it. I'm gonna not get on the missile this time. I don't trust it. Bonus level completed. Press any key. Now entering level 3. Okay, can I save? Is there saving in this game? Are you sure you want to quit? Yeah, I guess so. Wait, what? Yes. You made it into the Hall of Fame. Enter your name. Mike. Oh. Oh. Okay, if I hold shift, it won't type the key. That's interesting. Mike. Oh, man. Just above Homer. I'll take it. I got a long way to go. I guess this means I can't save, which is a little bit of a bummer, but hopefully now that I'm a little bit more familiar with it, I can progress through levels quicker next time. Press F10 to erase or any other key to exit. Okay, don't want to erase things. That was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Hinton, for redeeming DOS Break once again. So as mentioned, I could use a normal break, so I will go get a snack and go to the bathroom and stuff, and then we'll come back for Maupiti Island and hopefully do some real good investigating. I'm excited to see what happens next year. I'll be back in just a few. And that's the very good question. Can you go insane from an attract mode? Wow, this is a cool level. I've never seen this one. I didn't know there was a haunted Cosmo level. All right. Sadly, Cosmo time is over. Oh no, we're trapped here. Yes. Okay. Ordering information for Cosmo Adventures 2 and 3. Exciting. Let's see. I'm not going to bother to fix the capture until I have Maupiti open. Otherwise, I'll just have to do it twice. VGA and mouse. Oh, that's exciting. It's exciting and very interesting. I don't know why it looks like that, but it's fine. Gotta add that to my Hinton collect. Are you collecting Hintons? Are you collecting Hinton catchphrases? Time to switch computers to mark the end of my workday. That's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that, Hinton. I hope you enjoy time on Fun Computer now that work computer time is over. Okay, so I'm pausing here because I want to make sure that I'm loading and not saving. We are doing slot 1. We're sticking with slot 1 for the time being. Okay. The dump. You're alone. So it's 11:15. I got to get my spreadsheet open again here. So we have probably until 1 until Juste shows up. You're alone and it's great. Yep, exactly. I'm hesitating a little bit because I want to kind of jump over to North Beach to grab an item, but I'm worried too much time will pass and we'll miss our chance to track Juste. But I think I'm going to risk it. I think we'll be okay. Didn't even change chairs. Fantastic. Okay, so it's now 11:30. So we're good. Let's try to remember where this medallion is. Okay, so there's a fish hook. That's just a shell, I think. I think we needed to search this net, if I remember correctly. There's a fishing line, a seashell, coral. That's all. Shit. What about this one? Empty-handed. What? Oh, there's nothing there? Okay. There's got to be somewhere else to search here. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time. Oops. Look out. Coral. Sandy bottom. I'm literally searching in the dark, yes. I clearly need to make a note about where this medallion was once I find it. Okay, we're still okay on time, I think. Coral. Actually, I'm going to pick up this item here. Let's make sure that's not anything of interest. It's in the pocket. Yeah, it's just a seashell. So I'm going to drop that. So we searched both of the hoop nets that we can see here. I know I spent a lot of time clicking around, but I thought I had a pretty good memory of where we found things. I guess it's possible it's not here yet. Oh, the rain dog. I missed you coming in. Hello. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's also 13:01 p.m. Yeah, it's the evening on January 31st is what that is specifically communicating. A little confusing, yes. Yeah, this game is super interesting, and there's a lot going on. The fish hook I don't think is of interest. There's got to be somewhere to search that I'm forgetting about. I feel like. But I do know it was the next morning at some point when we found the medallion before. So I think I'm just going to assume that it is too early to find that. I'm going to make a note about it. So it's currently 11:45. On the 31st. No medallion? Like if it is an item that appears at a specific time, that seems noteworthy, and it would be great if we could figure out how it ends up there. Okay. But let's get back to Juste. Again, we're wanting to track Juste because he is going to get murdered in the near future. I think that I will follow him. Like there's a specific game mechanic that lets you follow a person. I am very curious who visits Sue at 2 a.m., but it's possible that is Juste. And if not, well, at least we'll know it's not him. So I think we should focus on Juste for now. If you follow a person for too long, it seems like they will always catch you. But I don't totally understand how that works yet. Like, I don't know if there's like a set period of time you can follow someone. Maybe there's like some randomness applied to it. Or maybe there's just certain situations where you will get noticed. But I think if we start following Juste around 1 when he is outside of his house, we should be able to follow him for at least an hour. And hopefully that'll give us some information about what happens to him. Okay, so let's go to Juste. And it is now exactly midnight, February 1st now. So Anita was out for a walk at 1. All right, so we still have an hour. Anita was out for a walk at 1 and saw him here. I'm just thinking we could wait here. We could try to find Anita and follow her. Actually, this is a good... First of all, let's save. And let's try going in his house again. He's probably in there. My guess is he is in there in the evening up until around 1 when he's seen outside his house, but we'll double check. So if we have the key active and we try to open the door, it should open. Okay. My best guess is that if we try to do that and it still says it's locked, it's just because he is inside. It does seem like there's some weirdness around that. So let's wait. Actually, let's look around a little. I don't know that I've searched the ground in this area much. And there are sometimes interesting things to be found. Okay, not seeing much. Let's wait a bit. So now it's 1:45. So sometime in the next hour or so. This is a tricky thing. Like, I wish there was a way to wait a shorter amount of time. If you choose the wait option in the menu, you're waiting, you're skipping an entire half hour. Oh, I forgot to switch my game back. I can do that while we're waiting. So if you want to wait a shorter period of time, you just need to like literally wait, as far as I can tell. There's other ways to pass time. Like if we go somewhere, it'll pass some amount of time. It seems like going from one location to another will generally make like 10 or 15 minutes pass, I think. Oh. I almost forgot. We can hide. Let's hide ourselves. And this is such an interesting mechanic. You have to pick a spot to hide. Let's hide in these trees over here. Okay, you're out of sight. And then we get this great little mask icon to indicate that we're hidden. As far as I can tell, it's important that you are alone when you choose to hide. Otherwise, you might be seen going into your hiding spot. Hinton, thank you. You know who else likes to hide? Some insects in this book, probably. I agree. Thank you for giving me something to pass the time with. Hinton, did you have a particular page? John E. Waffles, welcome. You're here to party? Great. I hope hiding in the bushes while we wait for a person to come by is your idea of a party. Also, we're going to learn about an insect in the meantime. I am keeping an eye on the game. Y'all can't see the game, but I can. No page, just find a cool secret insect. Okay. This is my Golden Guide to Insects that Hinton has redeemed a page from. Fruit fly. On the opposite page, we also have tiger beetles, which IMO, that's a little bit cooler. Since you specifically asked for a cool insect, we'll read the tiger beetle page. These handsome beetles are often seen on summer afternoons darting in and out of paths. They are widely distributed and quite common, but agile, swift, and difficult to catch. Eggs are laid in the soil. The flat-headed, humpbacked, predatory larvae dig dig deep burrows and wait at the openings to catch passing insects in their powerful jaws. Some tiger beetles living on beaches or other sandy areas are protectively colored gray. And we've got a couple different guys here. We got the 6-spotted tiger beetle. That's about a 1/2 inch long. And we have a purple tiger beetle, which, frankly, I think that's cool as hell. What a great beetle. We also have an illustration of a larva in the deep tunnel that was described. Oh, and we also have down here area where you can find a 6-spotted tiger beetle in the United States. This is a very United States focused book. Oh, I'm not going to read all this, but this is a great spread here. Can't give away multiple pages for free. But if anyone wants to see those in the future, that's 110 and 111. Thank you, Hinton, for redeeming insects. I hope you enjoyed your tiger beetles. And we're still waiting. It's 1:10 now, and nothing is happening. But at least we spent some time. The range on the Japanese beetle is a little out of date now. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of things that are not quite correct at this point. Oh, John E. Waffles has a question. What is your question? I'll do my best to answer it, as long as it's an appropriate question. USA, what rest of world? Exactly. Fuck those beetles in particular? Okay. Johnny Waffles, I'm a little concerned by your setup here, but continue. I mean, I'm in suspense. What is your opinion on Bigfoot? I don't know that I have an opinion on Bigfoot, to be honest. I hope he's having a good time. I hope people don't bother him too much. It's now 1:15. So again, we were told by Anita that she was out for a walk in the period between 1 and 2 a.m. So it could be any time in the next 45 minutes that she shows up here. And she said that she saw Juste and that he, quote, cleared out or cleaned out. I'm actually not sure which word that is. Excuse me. Oh, the monster truck? I have even less opinions on the monster truck. I apologize. Not super familiar with any monster trucks, to be honest. But I would say that I am generally pro monster truck. I think. As long as monster trucks are used responsibly. Let's put it that way. I support the idea of taking a vehicle and doing something ridiculous to it, as long as you're not rude about it, I guess. Some people do that. There's a Bigfoot scholar living in my home state, says Salt Ranger. He's friends with my mother-in-law. That's very exciting and interesting. Hinton is pro Bigfoot and pro Jersey Devil. Hell yeah, I would love to see Bigfoot or the Yeti in a monster truck. Now you're talking. That would be a sight to behold. Bigfoot or is Gravedigger another monster truck? Afraid we're not up on monster truck rivalries over here. Yeah, certainly not. I apologize. It's currently 1:25. Still waiting. We're still alone. Okay, Anita's here. Great. Okay. Is it paused while I'm hovering over the menu? Let's save. I think this is a good spot do another save? Well, no, I'm not gonna cancel. Oh no. Well, I'll save in slot 2 then. Let's talk to Anita, I think, real quick.
Were you looking for me, sweetie?
Yeah, I was actually. What you doing?
I'm taking a walk.
Okay. That is what you told us in our past life. What have you noticed in the previous hour?
I didn't pay attention. I was thinking of something else.
Hello, Dice4. Good to see you. Let's ask about scheduling.
I was strolling around.
Okay. So her walk started around midnight at least. What about the hour before that?
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I was in my room.
Okay. So she's in her room until midnight. Oh, Hinton says, did I tell you I got an Amiga version of this game up and emulating, then realized I had no idea how to play it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You did tell me that you had an Amiga version of it, which is exciting. It certainly takes some patience to figure out how to play this game. I would say that I still don't really know how to play it, but we're doing our best. What's your opinion on the locked room?
Whenever a room is empty, Maggie double locks it.
Okay. But she hasn't locked Marie's room yet. Okay, it's still just Anita here. It's now 1:45. 67 says, my favorite appearance of Bigfoot the Monster Truck was in the Power Team cartoon, which was Acclaim's ripoff of Captain N. Huh. I don't know that I'm familiar with Power Team. Okay, so I think we're gonna, sometime in the next 20 minutes, Anita sees Juste here. So we're gonna continue to wait in real life and in the game, because we don't want to miss that happening. And then again, we will follow Juste to see exactly where he goes. Presumably we'll end up at the pier. I am very curious if he stops at Sue's or if that's someone else that goes to visit Sue at 2 a.m. Well, actually, let's see what happens here. I was thinking, I should hide again, but Anita's here, so I don't know if we can do that. But let's see what happens if I try to hide again. You're not hidden. Okay. I don't think that's necessary to follow someone. I honestly don't know what the real purpose is of what. Wait what? I changed my game back, but okay, weird. OBS was showing Cosmo as my current game, even though I used OBS to update it. Computers are weird. Oh, we're starting to get hungry and or tired. Oh, I have a menu open. I don't know if that's preventing time from passing. I think it might have been. Also, we haven't talked about this today. If you click on your status here, it says you should have noticed 0% of clues. I do not understand this message at all. I don't know if it's like specifically calling out things that I should have seen but missed, or if it's just like giving me a general idea of my progression in the game. It's kind of confusing. It says, I agree that I have noticed 0% of clues. I wish we at least had some music here. The music in this game is so good. I just wish there was a little bit more of it. Should we talk to Anita some more? We know that time passes while you're talking to someone, so might as well ask a couple questions if we have nothing else to do. Let's see what she thinks of Juste.
You again.
Yeah, it's me again. I've been here this whole time.
Nobody knows the trouble he's seen.
Okay.
I'm taking a walk.
And yet you've been standing here for half an hour. That's an interesting type of walk.
Before the white man came to the island, the Maupitis lived happily. Now they've all left.
Oh yeah, I just remembered how I mentioned earlier I was checking out the French version of the game. At least I think I mentioned that. The text-to-speech in the French version, it to me sounded a little bit better quality than this, like a little bit less robotic. But I mean, it's possible it just sounds less robotic to me because, you know, I don't know French as well. So like, I mean, it's hard to tell with the language you're not familiar with, but it sounded a little bit smoother and less metallic-y. But the interesting thing is like everyone's voice is very, very deep. Like it's a much deeper voice than in the English version. So it's kind of interesting. You know, this might not be an original observation, but the illustrations of women in this game sure have a certain commonality. Yeah.
I'm listening.
Not sure how much time has passed here. I wish we could see a clock while we're talking. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. She's gone. And Juste is not here. Shit. Let's try to go in his house. Shit. Open. It's locked. Okay. He might still be in there if it still won't let me in. But it's possible I'm wrong about that. Crap. Okay, I think I'm going to hide again for a little bit. We want to either get to Sue's or the pier by 2 a.m. Oh, wait, no, it's past 2 a.m. already. Okay, before 3 a.m. at least. Okay, so we don't want to hang out here for too long, but let's maybe give it 10, no more than 15 minutes to see if he shows up here. Okay, it's 2:15 now. We're still alone. I also, like, every time I'm like waiting for someone to appear, like my eyes are drawn to the picture area, but that's never going to change. Like, I need to be looking at the "you're alone" text. Generally, I'll see it if it changes, especially now that the game is much bigger on my screen. And I wonder where Anita goes. She is in, well, according to her, I think. Excuse me. Again, I don't know if people lie to us in this game at all. But according to her, she was sleeping from like 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Basically, at 7 a.m., everybody gets woken up. Anton goes around and tells everybody about Juste's body being found by the pier. So anybody that was sleeping at that point gets woken up at 7 a.m. But her walk doesn't last too much longer. Another hour at most. Okay, it's been another 5 minutes. I'm going to let the clock tick one more. Let's try the door again. It's locked. I feel like this means he must be in there. It went another 5 minutes. Okay. I feel like he must be in there, but I'm not confident and I don't want to miss things. So I'm going to go to Maggie's. Okay, it's now 2:45. Most people are sleeping at this point. We need to get to the pier. We absolutely have to go to the pier immediately. Shit, it's exactly 3 now. I'm going to hide. We might have already missed it. Shit, I don't know. Over here. You're not hidden. Okay, so you can choose a bad spot to hide. Interesting. Or maybe there are certain screens where you can't hide? Huh. What'd I do? Oh, I dropped an item. I dropped my key here. Yeah, I can't find anywhere that'll let me hide, even though I'm alone. Okay. Dang. It seemed like I had such a good plan lined up. But since Juste never showed... Is that... That looks like something. I guess there's a few pixels here that are kind of interesting. Let's check them out. A key. That's just pixels. But we did find a key. Tick. The trick has been played? What? So, locked things we found. There's the locked door at Maggie's. There's a locked bookcase in Marie's room. I think that's all of the locked doors we found that we haven't unlocked yet. I'm going to make a note. Key on pier at 3 a.m. on the 1st. For all I know, that key has always been there, but probably not is my guess. $3.15. I'm not sure what to do right now. I feel like we missed our opportunity to see what was happening here, because we were told from 2 to 3 Bob heard someone on the pier. It's past 3 now. At some point between now and 7 a.m. Well, if the body is not already in the water at some point between now and 7 a.m., it presumably gets thrown in there. I guess another thing I just thought of is, like, for all I know, the body gets thrown in the water somewhere else and it just washes up over here. You know, like, maybe there's never an opportunity to see it thrown in the pier, but the fact that someone hears noises on the pier seems like a good sign. But I think we've missed it. I'm just gonna do a full half-hour wait. I do one more. Bruce and Chris are now here. Okay. It's 4:20. And Bruce and Chris are here. Okay. Yeah. So Chris went out for a smoke. Bruce is just chilling. You're replaying the game Source Code style? That movie with Jack Gyllenhaal. Yeah. This is our third life. So far, we're not making great use of our past experience, but we're doing our best. Heck. I guess I'll talk to the two of them since they're here and ask if they noticed anything in the past hour or two. Yes, Malsimus. This is definitely not the first time this has happened. Because your name is the same color and similar length to Hinton's, I thought that was a Hinton comment. I apologize. It's good to see you. Okay, this was Bruce. I forgot who I clicked on. You're welcome.
I'm going to confess something to you. I've never been with a girl.
Oh, okay. I think I kind of completely absent-mindedly asked him what he thought of himself. What are you doing?
I'm getting a little fresh air.
It says, "Don't worry, Malsimus. I don't mistake you for me." That's good. That's important. What have you noticed? Who starts a conversation with that line? Yeah, like it's a weird thing to bring up if I'm just asking him about himself. Tell me about yourself. And that's just the first thing that came to mind, I guess. But, you know, nothing wrong with that. 3 to 4.
I didn't notice anything, Mr. Lang.
Okay. Now we'll just cover the past few hours. 2 to 3.
I was sleeping.
Okay. So Bruce sleeping. Okay. Yeah. He was sleeping from 1 to 3-ish. Have you noticed? Let's see. I think at midnight he was outside Maggie's.
I got a glimpse of Bob slipping into Anita's room.
Right. We learned about that previously. I should have highlighted that. Okay. Unsecret Crush says, the only thing I remember about the movie source code with Jake Gyllenhaal is that the ticket stub cut off the E at the end and thought that was very funny. Source code. For a second I was like, Sork code? But the other E. It's definitely funnier if the other E gets cut off. All right, I think maybe we're done here. Ask about the locked room.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Okay. Think there was a train? That sounds right to me. Let's get our key back that we dropped accidentally. Oh, there's nobody here now. Okay. Everyone is cleared out. All right. Let's see if we can figure out where this key goes. This door here. Oh, we have 2 keys now, which is a little confusing. Okay, this is the one we just found because it's a different appearance. So now we're going to try to open this door over here. It's locked. Choose on screen. It's locked. Okay. Where was that locked? I think it was this door here. For Marie's room. Oh. What? This has been shattered recently. That was not broken before. So I think there was something in there of interest, but it's probably gone now. Broken by 5 a.m. on the 1st. So we probably need to get here sooner. Let's take a look at things. And I guess the other question is, did we actually find a key for this? These are definitely standing out just due to the coloring. Let's see if I can do anything with them. That doesn't take. Can I search them? Don't find any clues in particular. Can I push or pull them? Not making any progress. Putting yourself out for nothing. Raise them. You're badly raised. Let's turn them. You're turning in circles. All right. So can I open these? Question mark, question mark. Can I open the doors? Okay. Could I have opened them if they weren't already broken? Crime is afoot indeed. It's already open. Yeah, okay. All right. What's next? Is that still on the ground? Yeah. What was that again? Amulet. I haven't picked up this amulet because the last time I tried that, I got killed shortly after. So I don't know what to make of that. I'm somewhat inclined to leave it alone unless I know what to do with it. I guess I'll save. I know I said I was going to keep to slot 1, but I'm not doing that. We're saving in slot 3 now. But if I die, I'm going back to slot 1 because I really want to take another shot at the stakeout that I completely failed at. I am afraid of death, yes. Let's take this. And presto, we have an amulet. Okay. So there it is. I have a hard time I guess to me this looks like a shark's tooth necklace or something like that. It looks like some sort of tooth, right? For whatever reason, it looks very large to me. But I think that's just... I don't think it's necessarily meant to be super huge. Save 107, only save slot I'll ever need. Save 108, last save, final version 3 edit. Yes. Okay. We're going to need to eat soon. But it should be almost breakfast time. I guess the question is, will we get to eat before the body is found? Probably not. Man. At some point, another body turns up. My spreadsheet doesn't go that far. This is something that happened on the first stream before I started doing the large spreadsheet. I don't think we ever found out whose body is found the second time. All right. I have a note about what happened to Victor. There was a sailor on the fishing boat was replaced by Chris on January 7th. But it was unclear what happened to Victor exactly. I have a note to figure out timeline paper, which I did do, so I can cross that off. Figure out freeze when using items during search. I also did that. Bob and Marie had an argument the night of the 30th. Monkey water is gone from 4 to 5. Juice store is locked. Oh, maybe we should go back to Juste and see if we can get in now. I hope so, because it's 6 now, so he can't possibly be alive at this point, I would think. Okay. Whew. Okay. So now we have a pretty definitive idea that if I have the key to Juice's house and I try to open the door and it says it's locked, that means he's inside still. Like, I feel pretty sure about that now. I'm also curious. I thought I grabbed the wrong key here, but it let me open the door. So let's see. Oh, it's the key I got from the pier. So maybe the active item doesn't matter as long as I'm holding the key? Or is it possible I somehow got the keys confused? I don't really know. The one thing I'm positive is that at some point we picked up a key in Anita's room. That was the only place I found a key previously. And then we were able to use it to get into Juste's house. But maybe the key that's in Anita's room changes at some point? Like, that seems possible. Oh. This is different. The window is both open and shattered. So probably someone busted the glass and then reached in and unlocked it. Interesting. All right, let's poke around a little. Let's open some things up. Oops. Can we open this bottle? That's probably everything openable. Searching in the dark. Dust under the bed. Ashes. You put your hands on a wig. This was not here last time we searched Juste's house. A wig. Let's sniff it. I smell something burning. Okay, so they were trying to burn the wig. That makes sense. It was in the stove. I should put this in my main notes. Like, this is a significant thing. Wig in Juste's stove at 6:20 a.m. on the 1st. Okay. Touch it? Ash covered hands. Okay, so it's covered in ash. That makes sense. Can we look at it close up? The wig is half burned. Okay. That's all. Distinguishing characteristics, none. Yeah, okay. If we look at this spot on the stove, it says Juste is hot. I don't know what this would be. I'm not familiar enough with this type of stove. Is it possible as like a temperature gauge or something? I do not know. Juste was stove. Everyone ends up in a pine box. I guess so. Catalog. That's all. Pamphlet. Okay, what's that? Nothing special? Huh. Okay. Yes, a catalog. Hello, Adrift on the Sea. Good to see you. Gas on off. Yeah, could be. Like, I would think this pipe would be the chimney, though, right? I don't know. Oh, probably to clean the chimney, remove blockage. Okay. That like logically makes sense, but why does it say Juste is hot on it? Like, to me, what this suggests is that something about that thing means that it was warm in this building, but I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm definitely just guessing. And like it feels like an awkward translation. So maybe the phrasing is misleading. Trish just popped up a message encouraging me to redeem a DOS break. Really? Is that available? I do think I have it set to allow 2 per stream, but I feel like I would have set it to only allow 1 per person. Interesting. I will say, if someone redeems one at this point, I will probably decline it and refund your points. On Secret Crush, thank you for flushing your coins down the toilet. Probably means the stove was on recently. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you for your thoughts. I think that is a logical explanation of this weird message. A Bible. Can we read the Bible? Without interest or unreadable. It's weird that there's a pamphlet and we don't get any information about it. But there's like a lot of items in this game that seem like they're just meant to be, just things that are around. They're not necessarily always of interest. Excuse me. Okay, so there's different things on each side here. I guess the next question is, do we need to search top and bottom separately? We have a fetish, doubloons. A mask. And that's all. Let's try the bottom. Okay, so same things. Okay. Oh, it's not currently available. I see. Yuck. There's a fish here, crumbs, that we can look at and get a high-res close-up of, which is kind of puzzling to me. Like, usually if we get a high-res view when we use the look action, that's an item we can take. But I don't think we can take the fish. Yeah. And I can't find any other way to interact with it. That smells fishy. Can't search it. Like, maybe if I had a knife or something, I could cut it open. I don't know if that would get us anything useful. Can I eat it? No. Cut fish, find diamond. That's a great thought. I don't have a knife, though. Let's see. Have we found a knife anywhere? We found lots of guns. Razors. We found a couple razors. In 2 different cabins. Oh, there is a knife. in the kitchen. Makes sense. So that is maybe something worth trying. Broken glass. Curiosity remains unsatisfied. The wig in the stove is interesting. Was that Juste trying to destroy that, or was that his presumably killer? Oh, someone tells you that Juice's body has been fished out at the pier. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. And I can't do anything. Okay, just had to wait a little bit. So let's go grab that knife. That's Maggie's. Oh yeah, breakfast. We're worn out. We need breakfast. I guess we could also sleep, but breakfast sounds more appealing. Meals are not served at this hour. So, 7:30 is not breakfast time. I guess it's possible we missed it. I don't remember where the knife is, but it's maybe in one of these drawers. Be my guess. No cries, Anita. Not him. It's not true. It's not possible. Oh, there's a bunch of people here. Maggie, Sue, Anita, and Anton. So this is interesting. This is, I think, the first time this has happened where we're overhearing a conversation that is happening. I don't recall this coming up before. I'm also very curious if I will at any point get in trouble for going through the kitchen. There's a lamp, Lucky Strikes, a knife. All right, let's take the knife. A lighter. That's all. Okay, let's get out of here. Go back to Juste's. She's on screen. Okay, so knife is active. How do I use it? Open the fish? Question marks. Search the fish. Yuck. Put. Getting your hands dirty. Push the fish. What are you up to? I'm just trying to cut open this fish, all right? You're wasting your time. Yeah, I kind of figured. All right. Well, I did my best. So light your lamp. In redemption for all your sins. Yeah, the art is so good. Like all the different color changes throughout the day are like I continue to be amazed by like a game from this time period being so thorough about different times of the day like that. Is it breakfast yet? I feel like we missed breakfast, but we'll go over to Maggie's one more time to find out. No music. I feel reasonably confident at this point that if we can go in and eat, there will be music playing outside. Meals are not served at this hour. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe mealtime is more like 6. Reminds me of Amiga era, flexible but limited palettes, better than full VGA 256. Oh, I missed some comments from Hinton. Oh, wait, you have to read the clock like back in the past. I just noticed. What do you mean by that? It seems faster than my clock. Have you just been totally alone the rest of the time? Yeah, the time passes pretty quickly. I don't know. I feel like every 30 to 60 seconds in real time is 5 minutes in the game is my best guess. We have been totally alone a lot of the time, but not all of the time. Is this something on the ground? I don't remember those pixels before. Ah. Huh. It says look out, you're on the wrong track, but that's definitely something. Ashes. Okay. I was going to say it looks kind of like a cigar butt, maybe. Let's see if I can take it. You have your hands full. Shit. All right. We'll drop the knife. Okay. All right. We have a cigarette butt. In the parlor at 8:45. Pretty sure that's what that says on the first. It's just, it can get a little confusing because the hour hand movement is not realistic. Thank you for the mouses hitting mice. I don't know what the plural of souris is in French. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Let's learn French together. Oops. I still have an egret as my background image in my web browser. I think it might just remain that, honestly. It's too good to change back. Let's see. English mice. When you're talking about animals, it's always mice, not mouses. I am insistent, even though almost no one agrees with me at this point. I am insistent on using mouses to refer to computer mouses in the plural. Okay, so plural of souris is just souris. There's no difference in French. Les souris. There's something amazing in the way limited palettes force focus on important details. Definitely. Like, honestly, to me, this is like a pretty perfect number of colors to work with. Bob's here at 9. Let's see what Bob's up to. This is also a lovely intermediate between EGA and VGA. Yeah, like we are playing the game in VGA mode. There is an EGA mode, which if anyone's interested, we could peek at that later just to see the difference. But I think probably because of the color changes, like the changing palettes, and like this art is definitely. I always struggle with how to describe this. If anyone has any suggestions, I would love to hear. Like whenever I'm trying to describe pixel art that is drawn on the computer, for whatever reason, I always want to say hand-drawn pixel art. But like, I understand that that's extremely confusing. Like in the 90s, there was a lot of art that was, drawn by hand on paper and then scanned in and usually cleaned up to make it look, as crisp as possible. Like games like King's Quest 5 and 6, for example, were made that way. But then there's like art like this, where this was like definitely drawn on the computer. Like, it's possible they did some things on paper, but I feel like this was majority drawn directly on a computer. So like, I feel like art created that way is more likely to be somewhat limited in palette. I would think. I mean, that's certainly the approach I take when drawing pixel art that way. Though sometimes you'll see like a lot of gradients used with art created that way. Mousimus quote, if anyone would be interested. Okay. We'll check out the EGA art at the end of stream then. Do you think it was an intentional artistic choice to limit the palette? I mean, I feel like it was partially intentional and partially because they knew they wanted to change the colors throughout the day. Like if you're doing something like that, you would probably want to limit the palette just to make that work easier from a technical perspective. But, I'm almost entirely just speculating. More likely limited to make it work on multiple platforms. That is also a good point, Mousimus. Okay. What are we doing? It's 9. Bob's here. Let's talk to Bob. Let's see what Bob's up to. I continue to struggle with this. Okay.
What do you want?
Last week, I finally used the memorize command, but I can't remember what I did that with. Oh, I probably made a note. Anton was wondering how the strongbox got in the pond. And I decided to remember that because I thought there was a possibility that he actually knew how that happened. In some Sierra games like Longbow, they change the palette between scenes. You can even see subtle differences in the colors used in the palette and the menu depending on what screen you are on. Okay. Yeah. What you doing, Bob?
I'm going to the house.
Okay. Cool. I assume he means Maggie's. I don't think we need to question him too much. We have so much of this time period filled in. Like basically the first up until 9 or 10 is filled out pretty well. Let's ask what he was doing around 6 to 7. 6 to 7, 7 to 8.
I noticed the strongbox in the pond.
Oh, so he was at the pond. That was... Every time I do this, I immediately forget what time period I clicked on. What have you noticed? Was that 6 to 7?
I noticed the strongbox in the pond.
So Bob is at the pond at that point. And what about 7 to 8?
Bruce didn't come to give us a hand when we dragged Juste's body out of the water.
Okay. Yeah, I've been excited to check out Longbow for a while. A well, a well. I couldn't figure out which way to say a thing, and I combined two words. As well as Conquest of Camelot, which I'll be doing starting Friday. So hopefully sometime next year I'll get to Longbow. Maybe we're done. What's your opinion on? Oh, we got Marie's bookshelf added to our list of things to ask about. That's never been there before. That's cool.
Maggie will tell you what was stolen.
Oh. Maggie will tell us what was stolen. From Marie's bookcase. Okay, that was useful. I'm glad we checked there. Silver says I should probably sleep, but I am enthralled. Well, I mean, you'll always have the VOD if you want to catch up at another time. Yeah, the text to voice is I appreciate it for what it is. It's very interesting and I enjoy it a lot. Can always sleep when stream finishes. Oh yeah, it's 1:00 already. So we won't be going past 1:30. So there's not too much left. And I guess in 15 minutes or so, we'll switch to checking out the EGA palette. So, if that helps. Well, looking up Longbow, I just realized that Lighthouse was a Sierra game. Man, I should stream Lighthouse. Is Lighthouse good? I've never... I feel like from what you're saying, it's good. I think you might have talked about it in the past. That was a game that I was always kind of curious about, but never had a chance to check out. Like that came out. That had to have come out after Myst, right? Like that was like kind of Sierra's response to Myst. I feel like. Lighthouse was one of the first. Oh, this is trying to be Myst and it's good at it. Okay, got it. Yeah, like it was always kind of hard to tell just from, screenshots and stuff if any of the Myst alikes were going to actually be good or not. So I feel like because of that, I checked out very few of them. I think just kind of assuming that they were just trying to, cash in and probably wouldn't be that good. 96. Okay. Oh yeah, we're still worn out. Might be a good idea to go sleep a little. I don't know if we can necessarily survive until lunch. Probably, but I'm concerned. Oh, let's go to North Beach. And see if we can find that medallion now. I feel reasonably confident that it was in this fishing net. There it is. Okay. So it appears here at some point between... We looked here at 11:45 last night, and it wasn't here. I'm just going to cross this off. Medallion appears appears on North Beach between 31st at 11:45 p.m. and 1st at 9:45 9:45 a.m. Okay. It's hard to know if that necessarily means anything. Given where it is, it almost seems like it just washed up from the ocean. But regardless, it's good to have some idea of when it is available. Because at some point we might want to, go get that as soon as we can. Food time for Hinton. Enjoy your food, Hinton. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope you enjoy food. Okay. We want to take the medallion. So let's look at this smell. You're missing a sixth sense. So if we touch this, it says the stones give way when you touch them. Oh, it does describe those as stones. And the separate thing with a skull embossed on it is also described as a stone. When it says the stones give way when you touch them, I assume it's talking about these little, like, circular things around the edge here. It's hard to be certain, but that's my assumption. And then let's see, if we look at it, it says you'll notice an opening on the lower edge of the object. So again, I assume that means on the bottom edge, like where we can't see it, there's like a hole. Let's take this. Oh, can't take it. I guess I probably don't need to carry around a cigarette butt. Like, to me, that seems like it's probably an important piece of evidence, but probably having it with us is not useful. Like, this isn't a game where we're not collecting evidence. We're not, like, taking fingerprints or anything like that. So probably just noticing it when it appears there is going to help us in some way. Okay. So we got that. No DNA labs on the island. Yeah, unfortunately. What now? Oh, right. At 10, Roy and Chris... I just noticed I spelled Chris Chirs. Close enough. Roy and Chris get shot at on South Beach from 10 to 11. So that's like right now. Let's head over there and see if we can learn anything. We're probably too late. Maggie's is near South Beach. Oh, that was the gunshot, I think. Interesting. We are very close to South Beach. Roy and Chris are here. Oh, I think I finally figured it out. If I click on a name and then move the mouse away, then I can open the menu. Okay. It's a little weird because often the menu will disappear after clicking on it. What you doing? Getting shot at a little bit?
I was shooting the breeze with Roy.
Interesting choice of phrasing. Did you not just get shot at? Why aren't you telling me about that? What have you noticed?
Everything was as usual.
Really? I think we learned about this before by asking after the fact. Oh, my notes say at 9 to 10 was when the shots were fired. And Chris threw Roy to the ground, is what someone else told us. Opinion on... Oh, let's ask about the bookshelf.
I'm like you, this bookshelf intrigues me.
All right, sure. Can't argue with that, I guess.
Yes.
What you doing, Roy?
Someone fired on us when I was walking with Chris.
Why didn't Chris tell me about that? That's a little weird, right?
I didn't notice anything, Mr. Lang.
Didn't notice anything. What do you think about Marie's bookshelf?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. I'm beat. You should have noticed 3% of clues. Okay. I'm positive that last week, at this point in the game, this number was much higher. So I think this is telling me how much I've missed. I'm going to peek at the manual again. I'm pretty sure this is mentioned in the manual somewhere. I won't bother to put it on screen since we've looked at it before. Can I search this? Yes. Okay. Okay. Your energy. Watch out for your physical condition, eat and sleep. It's just like real life. By clicking in this box, you will obtain the percentage of the clues that you should have noticed. Okay, so that's not any more clear. Okay. Okay. What now? I'm not sure what is the best use of my time at the moment. If we could find Maggie and ask about the bookcase, that would be good. Let's see if she's in her room. No. I guess I'll take this opportunity to do another search here. We have already searched here, but like we've definitely learned that things can change over time. I love that you can even open all the windows. This game is just fascinating. Non-drinkable water. What desolate emptiness. A catalog, glasses, writing paper. That's all. I think I already have those all written down here. Maggie's room. Catalog, glasses, writing paper. First aid kit. A mirror. And that's all? Huh. Did I just forget to write down mirror? Seems odd. A lamp. Bible. Sleeping pills. Oh, sleeping pills are probably over here, I guess. There they are. A clasp. A safety pin. That's all. Nothing under the bed. Okay. All right. Where the heck is Maggie? She's sleeping until 7 a.m. and then we don't. Oh, okay. No, she's at the bar at 2. And if we go find her there, we might get killed. But it's possible that was specific to us having an item that made us suspicious or something. Let's go see if she's in there. No. Try the saloon. No. Meals are not served at this hour. I do wonder if I might die at any moment from neglecting my sleep and food needs. Where else could Maggie be right now? I mean, I guess literally anywhere. A thought I had was I still don't fully know how keys work, so let's experiment a little and make sure we've tried both keys on this door. Oh, geez, that's confusing. Okay. Just to double check. So we currently have this key selected. And okay, now we have this key selected. I'd love to know what that tag says, but I don't think there's any way to do that. Let's see, we can read. Yeah, without interest or unreadable. Okay. So yeah, that key, neither key works on this door. Daniel Albu, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, weird. You're showing up. This is probably just something buggy with my shout out app that I made myself. I guess this is the problem with making apps yourself. I'll have to give you a manual shout out. But I hope your streams and everything have been going great. Okay. I guess we'll just wander around a little bit. You're welcome. You're alone. Let's just see if we can find Maggie anywhere. Alone. The well. Anton is at the well. Okay, we should write that down. It is 12:25. Anton is at the well. This is the right day. Yeah. Wish I may. I wish I might. Let's look at some pixels on the ground here. Always good to examine your pixels closely. Okay. Well, it's worth a shot. try the pond. A suffocating mugginess. So the water's high right now. Can't even see the monkey statue at all. Oh, Bob and Anton are here. It's currently 1:45. Pond. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Anton was just at the well, right? I hope I wrote that down correctly. Let's talk to Bob real quick. Puzzle says, I wanted very much to try out the lighthouse as an adult. I looked at a bunch as a kid, but never beat it because it scared me. Ooh. Daniel Alvey says, I love the fact that you started December in December. Yeah. I started playing this, or at least had plans to play this before I committed to participating in December. So we got an early start on this one. But starting Friday, when it is actually December, I will be playing pretty much exclusively DOS games. Unless I find time to sneak in a bonus World Builder stream. Which honestly, I'm kind of anxious to work on that some more. But I'm also not really expecting to have time for it. What's your opinion on... Did we ask him about the bookshelf already? I can't remember.
Nuggy will tell you what was stolen.
Yeah. And I also noticed we can ask about the shots. Oops, I missed.
If I find out something about that, I'll let you know.
Okay. Daniel Abu says, my entire year is December. Great. Love to hear it. Sylvia says, I just discovered GOG has Lighthouse the Dark Being available for sale, which is great because I can't seem to find my original copy on my shelf. I should, just going to do a search for Lighthouse GOG real quick. And I guess while I'm here, I'll share the link. A whopping $5, $5.99. And now I'm just looking at screenshots. This looks pretty neat. Okay, let's continue wandering around, hoping to run into Maggie. Maybe at the garden? You're alone. Before Original Sin. Let's take this $3 that's in the bushes here. What did I do that it's saying okay about? I misclicked and I don't know what happened. Take. We now have $38. Let's go to South Beach. You're alone. Let's try Maggie's again. We'll try her room again. Sue is here. We'll ask Sue about the bookcase. That might be useful. Good night, 6-7. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you sleep well. It's almost it for me too, so you won't really miss anything unless this conversation right here is incredibly exciting, in which case I'm sorry.
Nuggy will tell you what was stolen.
Of course. Oh, Silver can't find his original hint book. Bummer. What am I looking for?
Hello.
Hello, Derek Ironbutt. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. She's not here. Okay. I think we'll call it quits here. And I need a quick bathroom break. I'm going to do that. We'll check out the EGA version of this, and then we'll wrap things up. I'll be just a minute. Okay. No, I did not. I'm nowhere near beating the game. We were talking a bit about color palettes and stuff like that earlier, and I mentioned that there is an EGA mode for this. So I thought we'd check it out real quick just to see the difference in art. So let's see. Did I save? I think I saved already, but we'll do it again just to be sure. Slot 1. Okay. Save 1. Make sure my notes are up to date. As far as how goes the island, honestly, I'm a little disappointed by the lack of progress today, but it's gonna take, like, it's just that kind of game. It's gonna take time. I feel like I'm still trying to fully make sense of how the game expects me to play it. I thought we had a lot of information about a certain time period where Juste ends up dead. So I thought I had enough notes on that we could follow some people around and get more information about that. But ultimately got nowhere with that. But we did make some progress on other things. We found another key on the pier. We found there's a bookcase in Marie's bedroom that gets broken into at some point. That was a really interesting discovery. We found a wig in Juste's stove that someone tried to burn. So yeah, we noticed a lot of additional interesting things, and like it's just a matter of time before we start actually piecing things together. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and capture this, but it's gonna like immediately break. It's fine. Okay, so we have CGA, EGA, Amstrad, Hercule? I think it's Hercules, right? Tandy and VGA modes. But we're going to check out the EGA. And I guess mouse, that's fine. And then I got to get the capture again here. So it's interesting that this is like I don't even know how to describe, like, I can't think of, like, I feel like there's a word for this like vertical line situation that's happening here, but I can't think of it. But like that aspect of this is interesting to me. I mean, that's not necessarily a thing you see in all EGA games, right? We won't bother to load. So this still looks pretty great. But it's a very different look. I feel like this would have looked fantastic on an actual CRT back then. Vertical dither, just like in Mortville Manor. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Very cool. So we'll just travel around the island a bit to check things out. Let's go inside here. Interesting. It's interesting that like the dark areas here, there's a lot of detail lost there. Like they obviously sacrifice some detail in those darker areas to get more colors where it's a little more interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's check out Juste. Feels automated. So like you're saying this they started with the EGA art and then like automated the conversion to this version. That seems sensible, honestly. Check out a couple more here. Definitely some screens feel a little more successful than others. Like this, I feel like loses so much. It still looks pretty good. This one looks pretty great. Would love to see it on CRT though. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that's it for Maupiti Island tonight. As I've mentioned multiple times, we will be starting Conquest of Camelot. I wish I'd grab my box when I went on break, but I do have a box copy of Conquest of Camelot that I will be opening up for the first time on Friday, and then we will start playing that. Again, that's going to be my first time playing the game, so I'm super excited to check it out. And the art in that is also really great. And then a week from today, we'll continue this. And this is just going to be our Tuesday stream for a long, long time, I think, which I'm perfectly happy with. I'm enjoying this a lot. And again, Friday will be the official beginning of December, although there are plenty of folks participating that are already playing DOS games. And I think we're going to go ahead and visit at least one of them. Let's see who should we rate? I'm just going to peek in a couple of streams here. I think it's been a bit since we've said hello to Ghoul Babe, which seems weird because we rate her so much. But she's got a new place now, and we haven't said hello in a bit, so I think let's do that. She's also playing Freddie Farkas' Frontier Pharmacist, another Sierra game that I have never had the chance to check out myself. And also, every time I hear the name of that game, I get Frontier Psychiatrist stuck in my head, which frankly is great. Thank you all again for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you around.